Hello, I'm Peter Orcutt of Peter Orcutt Piano Tuition. It's time for my next video in my A to Z of piano composers and pianists, and we've reached the letter M. My letter M composer just has to be Mozart. Who else could it be? A composer who wrote so much for the piano, even though it was quite a new invention during his lifetime. Mozart really took to the instrument and managed to thoroughly explore its capabilities. And pianos really caught on and continue to be popular because they were seen as an instrument that the player could control more than any other keyboard instrument, could control the tone and the loudness of the music that they were playing. So much so that the actual name of the instrument, the full name, pianoforte, literally means quiet, loud. Well, we know that Mozart was a very complex character. He could be very serious, but he could also be very light-hearted. He was especially fond of rude jokes about poo and farting, which we can read about in his letters and diaries. Some of that light-heartedness, but not necessarily the rudeness, can be heard in his piano music. For example, listen to these bars from his piano sonata in A major, which are very sunny and cheerful. However, as I mentioned, he also had a serious side, or a dark side, to his character, which also comes out in his music. So I suppose I might retitle this video with Apologies to Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of Mozart. Mind you, we know this stuff. We've all seen the marvellous movie Amadeus, haven't we? Well, sorry, but most of that stuff with between Mozart and Salieri didn't happen, or at least not exactly in the way that's portrayed in the movie. But I'd like to take some time to just explore that dark side a little bit. In the piece I'm going to play now, it's called Adagio in B minor. It's really the very opposite of sunny. This is particularly because, or partly because of the choice of a minor key, and minor keys are often associated with melancholy, and of course its slow speed also gives a more serious sound, darker sound to the music. And there's another musical feature as well that comes up quite a lot, the presence of semitones. A semitone is the shortest sort of gap between two notes on the instrument. If I play a succession of semitones, we get something called the chromatic scale. It sounds like this. So all the notes are squashed quite close together. Now, in the Adagio in B minor, the semitones, they almost sound like somebody's sighing or crying almost, as a lot of them descend in pitch like this. That sounds to me, a very plaintive, sad sort of sound. So let me play you the first couple of pages of the Adagio in B minor, and you'll see it has a completely different character, a much darker character than the sonata I played earlier. other things at play here as well which give it a dark character. Sudden changes of volume from quiet to loud give a lot of drama to the music. You might have noticed there was a cadence which ended one of the phrases like this, very quietly, and all of a sudden, when you're not really expecting it, you get that sudden loud sound. And also silences, and that's another thing which typically builds drama into the music. For instance here. We're waiting for that phrase to begin in that silence. It gives a real feeling of tension and drama at that point. But it's not just the slow piece like that adagio where we can hear this dark side of Mozart. You can hear it even in some of his faster pieces. For example, in his Sonata in A minor, K310, he even foreshadows Beethoven in some really dramatic writing that grabs you by the collar from the outset. Listen to this. And so on. And a bit further on, there's an extraordinary passage of dissonances which could easily have been written by Beethoven. Later on in the same movement there is an arpeggio based on a diminished seventh chord, which leads to a cadence, which is absolutely the type of harmonic gesture that Beethoven would use in his sonatas in a very dramatic way. A diminished seventh chord, by the way, is a string of minor thirds like this, which has kind of become a bit of a cliche in terms of drama in music, but Mozart uses it so effectively here. And of course, all this is a far cry from the sunny, happy music, like another of Mozart's sonatas, which is much happier in tone, that starts like this. This is very well known. So you can see how the drama of the piano sound and the capabilities of that instrument very, very much exploited by Mozart and formed a real influence on his own creativity as a composer in a way that no other keyboard instrument was able to do. Well, if you enjoyed this video, you can explore the music for yourselves quite easily. There's plenty of examples on YouTube. And feel free to go and look for them and enjoy the piano music of Mozart. Well, that's letter M. Do remember to look out for letter N next week, and feel free to like and share this one if you enjoyed it. And that's it for now, and my next video will be my Tuesday tip, which naturally will be next Tuesday. So bye for now, and thanks for watching.